Our retro racing reports from Irwindale Speedway, October 9th, 2004. Before we get carried away, be sure to like and subscribe and put your comments down below. Hey, we're getting real close to that 100,000 subscriber mark. It's a big milestone for us, so help us out. Add your name to the list. 2004, this is just a representative program for us. It was the final season I did the program with Neil Nissing. Talk to me sometime when you see me in person, and I will tell you the full story on that. We're not going to broadcast it, though. But speaking of broadcasting, also in 2004, out of my own pocket, I teamed up with Kane Crawford, and we called every lap of every race live from AN 590, KTIE. That's total Irwindale excitement. We had a great time with that. We were ahead of our time, is what happened with that one. We did a live broadcast. KTIE is out of San Bernardino, but the radio station also put it out on their website. So when the touring guys came to town, and or if you happened to be racing that night, you could record it. And we heard from a number of teams who said they did record it, and they'd listen to it in the shop, which was great. Kane and I had absolutely zero mic time prior to this. We did not know what we were doing. We did figure it out, and we loved it. We also teamed up with Howie Zechner, who was doing Raz videos. He did a lot of speedway motorcycle stuff, and he was big with that, still is in some regard. And he'd be shooting the video from up on the roof, and we do driver interviews, all that sort of thing. It was a wonderful time. In the meantime, let's get to our program for the day for the Retro Racing Reports Irwindale Speedway. This is Laidlaw's Harleys on the half mile. We don't have any pictures of that, and what this was a promotional event where if you bring a Harley, we'll let you in the track for free, and you go out and drive around, do a couple of big parade laps. It was wonderful. Tons of those guys showed up. This was late in the season, and many of the divisions have been decided. Our intro for the night: West Coast Pro Trucks are going to run 75 laps for a reason we've yet to decipher, but are happy to be confronted with. Dean Kuhn and Chris Johnson staged a terrific battle last week, and that was just a 50-lapper. Imagine what we'll get tonight. Our favorite Superstocks are back after a few weeks off, and not a moment too soon. Craig Rayburn's been running hard and holds a slight lead over his longtime friend and racing rival, Lee Ladd. Hotshot rookie Johnny White has managed to win a few times this season and looks to have what it takes to step into late models next season. For tonight, though, he'll have to focus on the task at hand: 40 laps of Superstock action. Many stocks are wrapping up their season tonight. It's been a wild time, and Greg Tucker has won the division championship already. Several spots in the top 10 are still up for grabs, and we'll need a calculator to figure it all out. Last week at Irwindale Speedway, story by Tim Kennedy. October 2. Greg Pursley, the 2004 NASCAR Dodge Weekly Series National Champion, capped his career year with another dominating performance on Saturday night at Irwindale Speedway. After setting fastest qualifying time during the afternoon, he started on the pole and remained in front of the 29-car starting field all 200 laps of a non-point season closer for Irwindale's premier Lucas Oil's Super Late Model Series. The 36-year-old Canyon Country resident won the $4,000 winner's paycheck in his David Hayes-owned number 13 King Taco Chevy Monte Carlo. It was their 14th main event victory this season in 19 starts and 18th top 10 finish. Pursley, the 8-track Sunbelt Region's $45,000 champion, won NASCAR's Dodge Weekly Series $125,000 national title by .0228 points over Heartland Regional Champion Andy Bozell of Kalamazoo, Michigan. What made Pursley's 200-lap triumph remarkable is the fact that his car only had 200 laps in it on Saturday. During its cool-down lap, Pursley's car slowed as he pulled from the fourth turn into the infield and trailed oil from a broken rear end. I felt a vibration on the backstretch and my car stopped abruptly as I was about to do donuts in the infield, the winner said. Turns out the ring and pinion was lying on the ground afterwards, and Pursley accepted congratulations from well-wishers and fellow competitors. His entire family watched his victorious ride from a track suite. The first 100 laps of the Super Late Model 200 went smoothly for the 29 starters, including 5 Las Vegas Speedway 3/8 mile drivers. The initial caution flag didn't fly until lap 66 for a stalled car and to inspect for fluid on the track. Todd Southwell from third starting spot and Dan Moore from fifth traded second place at the 65, 75, and 80 lap mileposts. A lap 91 caution flew to check and clear fluids on the track after third place Southwell's engine smoked entering turn 1 and retired. Simultaneous red and black flags at the midpoint signaled all drivers to the pits for servicing during a 35-minute scheduled break. Following the 100 laps, Pursley led Moore, Mark Perry, Mesa Marin Raceway driver David Mayhew, Brandon Loverock, Jason Patterson, Ed Hoffman, Las Vegas regular Chris Klein, Andy Coyle, and Kevin O'Neill. There were 23 drivers racing after 100 laps, and 23 of them restarted, with 15 still on the lead lap. Sixth place Klein blew his engine on lap 129 and exited. On lap 149, second running Moore had an oil pump bracket break, dropping the oil pump and puncturing an oil line, ending his strong run. After 150 laps, Pursley led Loverock by 50 yards, with Mayhew, Hoffman, O'Neill, Coyle, truck racer Dave Lyon, and Las Vegans Charlie Wall and Thane Alderman. A lap 170 two-car tangle exiting turn 4 sent Pyrie broadside into the wall, causing 6 caution laps to remove his car. The final 8 laps saw second-place Loverock close in on Pursley, but Pursley edged him out by about 10 yards, officially 0.614 seconds at the line, as 15 drivers finished the hour and 23-minute race with 10 drivers on the lead lap. Earlier in the evening, Eric Reed won the 35-lap mini-stock main on the 3rd mile. The mini-stock main had 3 leaders. Winner Reed led laps 25 through 35 and won by 5 yards over Kevin Bernhardt. Point leader Greg Tucker led 10 through 18, but tangled with a car he was lapping and spun out, leaving the 4th turn. He restarted at the back and raced back to 11th place, which earned him enough points to clinch his series championship with 1 race still remaining. Grand American Modifieds fastest qualifier Andrew Phibbs clinched his 2nd consecutive championship by starting from the pole position and leading all 35 laps on the half mile. The all-green flag race took 11 minutes and all 14 starters finished. Team driver Kody Swanson from Central California took 5th. In final feature, fastest qualifier Dean Kuhn started 6th in a 50-lap West Coast Pro Truck race and won his 8th 2004 main event, including 5 on the Irwindale half mile, 2 in Bakersfield, and 1 in Tucson. The only races he hasn't won this year in the Touring Series are the races he skipped. Well, Kuhn took charge on lap 3 and won by 2 car lengths, or truck lengths, over Chris Johnson, who battled the winner closely for the final 20 laps and trailed by about half a second at the checkers. West Coast Pro Truck 50 had Michael Young, a paraplegic driver from Fontana, finishing 3rd, a full second behind. 14 of 18 truckers finished, with the 11 drivers running all 50 laps. Throughout this video, you notice there are color covers for the various programs as produced by my close friend Neil Nissing. And so those appear here. This will be the last time we do anything for Irwindale Speedway on the Retro Racing Reports. We did it this week because the Speedway has closed officially. They held their last event after 25 years this past weekend. So there we go. Be sure to like and subscribe. Put your comments down below. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube. That's pretty much it.